Hi there, welcome. All right, so this video is called that everything is about your inner world. I love it. um it sounds something very maybe obvious, but it's not that obvious. um I've been with this idea in my mind for a long time. So um I just want to talk about how important is our inner world for everything. Basically for everything, for us, for our communities, for our friends, for our family, for everybody around us, for what's going on ultimately in a planetary and cosmic level too. So this is a cliche phrase, but it's so much wisdom on it, and it says, where focus goes, energy flows. So so where does focus come? Where does attention come? I like more than focus to say attention. Where attention goes, energy flows. Where does attention comes? Well, attention comes from our inner world, right? So basically what this means is that wherever we put our attention, that's what we are creating. I just don't know why it took me such a long time to realize this. I also knew it, but the important here is that especially women, we went through this massive programming. All humans, we go through our lives through programming. The first programming is our family, our language, our maybe little friends, kindergarten, then school, and so on, right? Everything programs us, our culture. Everything is kind of like teaching us how we should behave, and it's kind of like setting where are we putting our attention, right? So that's the thing, because I lived through many cultures, I lived in many places, and I had this problem that I was taught certain things, and I was living it in my like community, and then moving to other place and learning a new language, and I was just kind of like going through a transformation and going through this process where I have to change, where I had to kind of like it added to my focus. So I was so confused at the beginning, and then moving to other culture and another language, it added more to it. So this was a process, right? It's not one thing that happened from one day to the other. And because in my life I also experienced like a lot of extremes, like being like poor and being rich at the same time, being poor with my mom and being rich with my dad, also like kind of at the same time. And also well, I was at a time in my life when I was polyamory and all into open relationships, and now I'm completely into celibacy and dating for marriage. So it's really interesting because I feel like I've been 1,000 people in one life, and my inner voice was hiding behind all of those. I don't want to say personalities, maybe we can call personalities, but the truth is I like to call them programmings. Like all of them are just programmings, and they're teaching us, they were teaching me how to behave, what to do, what was right, what was wrong. But what was buried underneath that was my own voice. So finally, here's my voice. Finally I found my voice, but that was not easy to find. Like that was not easy to find. It was so buried under so many stuff. And And yeah, it's not easy. And also well, as I said, it's a process, right? So it's not something that you realize from one day to the next one. Maybe when you see this video, you are going to see more and put more light into it. But everything, also the things that you don't imagine are programs. Like, for example, well, because I stay so much in an island and I don't have like any advertise around me. When I go to the city and I get all this advertise everywhere, or even I get to Instagram, it's like ads all the time. It's like I feel like I'm getting like this invasion to my inner world. And like I guess that's the way the world it is full of this stuff, and it's full of these messages trying to get to our inner world. And the reason is because our inner world is like the creation itself, basically. We are all spiritual beings, and of course men also have the creative power and the creative skills. However, women, we have wombs and we give birth and we give life, so everything is trying to come like literally into our inner world and use us as a vessel to create. But the problem is like those messages, all those images, all those histories, or I don't know how to call them, that's not what we want. Maybe yes. So now, after finding my inner voice, the way I see it is it's like I do kind of a scanning constantly internally. It's like I have like a compass and I see okay, what is mirroring my inner world? That's such a different game. Like, what's mirroring my inner world? Okay, oh, I like this. This mirrors my inner world. Okay, let's go for that. But to get to that point, it's not easy. We normally, we get a lot of confusion here, and also have to be used to be very courageous, because you will need maybe to do something different that is like would going to be expected from you, and then like people is going to judge you, it's going to call you whatever. So it's thousand things that can happen. People will expect to be in certain way. So so yeah, well, maybe that's it for now. I think that's a very strong topic. Maybe I would like to continue talking about it, but yes, for now I would like to keep it like this, and I will like recommend you to kind of like be aware of your behavior, your actions and your decisions, and kind of wonder and ask yourself, is this coming from my inner world, or is this coming from somewhere else, which is other? I don't know what can be that other. It can be like 1,000 voices, it can be so many voices, but just start to pay attention. Like, that's really important, and you will be surprised how many times you think you are asking by yourself, you are choosing by yourself, or you think you are doing what you want, but it's a programming. Yeah, all right. So I will leave you with that for now. I hope you like this video. I know it's a little rusty. I'm such a new YouTuber beginner, but it's going to get better. I promise. I just want to upload some stuff to have some content, and I have so many plans of things I want to do in the future with this. So subscribe, give a like, and see you later. Bye bye.